Hi, second graders. I brought my friend Charlie today. Do you know my friend Charlie? He's my helper. I bring him usually to kindergarten, but I figured the second graders would like to see my friend Charlie. What do you think he is? Some people think he's a sloth. You know what he thinks he is? Wait, whisper what? He thinks he's a baby Chewbacca. So I brought him with me because today I'm going to teach you something called safety steps. And these safety steps are one of the most important things that I want to teach you. Remember we talked about car safety and other kinds of safety. So I want to tell you what to do if you're with someone and they ask you to do something that makes you feel not safe. Okay, so let's talk about it. So my friend Charlie is here to go over the steps with me. By the way, check out his big mouth when he opens it. All right, so here are the safety steps. There are 3 of them. If someone asks you to do something that makes you feel not safe, we're going to do these 3 safety steps. Number 1, we're going to say words that mean no. Number 2, get away. And number 3, we're going to tell a grown-up. Thank you for telling me. If someone asks you to do something that made you feel not safe, you know how you might feel like it's not safe? Like maybe your heart starts to beat fast, or your stomach feels kind of icky, your knees get all wobbly, or you kind of feel like crying. That might mean that you're not comfortable and you don't feel safe. So I want to teach you what to do if you don't feel safe. If you're in a situation like with safety things and someone asks you to do something and you don't feel safe, this is what we're going to do, the safety steps. So I said them to you, but now I want to show you how to do it, okay? So we're going to stand up big and tall and put our shoulders back and look brave. Really important to stand tall. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to give the person we're talking to our eye contact. It's called eye contact. We look right at them. And if they ask us to do something that makes us feel not safe, we look straight at them. We use a firm voice, not a whisper, not a yell, a firm voice, and we say with an assertive voice, no, right? Practice it with me. Stand big and tall, shoulders back, look the computer in the eye, and if someone asks you to do something not safe, like for an example, use a lighter to light a firecracker, and you don't feel comfortable, you say no, or words that mean no, like I don't want to do that. That's not safe for me. I'm not going to do that. Number 2, we're going to get away. How do we get away? We walk, we run, we go to a different room, we leave the space that we don't feel safe. And then number 3, we're going to tell a grown-up what happened. We use a lot of words to describe, and we tell the grown-up what happened that made us feel not safe. 3 safety steps, all right? So I want you to do it with me now. I'm going to put this down. So do me a favor and stand up away from your computer, stand big and tall and brave. Someone asks you to do something that makes you feel not safe, shoulders back, look tall, look them in the eye and say no. Get away and tell a grown-up. Super important, all right? Do it with me one more time. Shoulders back, nice and tall, eye contact to the person. They ask you to do something not safe and you answer no. Get away and tell a grown-up. I'd like to give you some shortcuts for that. How about no, go, and tell? You ready for it? No, go, tell. Before I leave the safety steps, let's go over them in Spanish, can we? If you know Spanish, you can do it with me. If you don't know Spanish, give it a try. So the safety steps are los pasos de seguridad. 1. Palabras que quieren decir no, no más. 2. Camina y aléjate. 3. Dile a un adulto, una persona grande. See? We tell a grown-up. 3 safety steps. If you speak Spanish at home, you can use Spanish. If you speak English, you can do those in English. 3 safety steps. Excellent job. That's the safety steps, and we're going to go over them a couple more times because those are one of the most important things I want you to take away, because if you feel not safe, these give you a feeling of empowerment. You feel like, I know what to do, all right? So those are called the safety steps. I'm going to go back to the little bit of homework I gave you. So the first thing is this, to have a fire safety plan. I would like to know, and you can just say it right to the computer, Where's the spot that you picked for your meeting spot with your family? Go ahead and say it. Awesome job. If you haven't had a chance to do it yet, is it too late? Of course it's not too late, but you want to make sure you do it and have a plan. So make sure you pick a meeting spot. Here's why. Let's say there's a fire in your house. How would you know? The alarm would go off, you'd smell smoke, you'd see a fire, someone's yelling fire in your house, and your job, the whole family, is to get out. Let's say that your closest door is the front door, so you run out the front door, but your dad's closer to the back, he runs out the back door. If you don't have a meeting place, you're running around the outside of the house trying to find each other. It's very scary, but instead, you have a meeting spot, right? No matter what door you come out, you run right to your meeting spot because that's your plan. You see the whole family's there and you leave together. Your job in a fire, getting out, by the way, is just yourself, okay? You in second grade just need to get you out, and mom and dad can get everybody else out. Okay, so I hope you did that homework assignment. What was the other one I gave you? The other one was to know how to open your bedroom window. Let me tell you why this is very important. All right, let's say that you are playing in your bedroom, okay, and there is a door that's closed. You're going to go to your door. We're never going to touch the metal handle because if there's a fire on the other side, that's like hot burning lava. So we're going to turn our hand around. We're going to feel the door with the back of our hand. If the door that's closed feels warm or hot, what does that mean? Yep, you can't go out that way. So if it's cold, what do? Oh, it feels cool. I can still use the handle and go out. But if it's warm or hot, we never use the handle, and we don't go to the handle until we feel the door, okay? The back of our hand, feel the door, and see if it's hot. So let's say it is warm or hot. You can't go out that way, so how do you get out? Right, you go over to your window. Now, let's talk about a couple scenarios. You learn to open your window. You run to the window, you open it up, there's a screen there, right? During an emergency, you take two hands and shove the screen out. But don't practice that. Mom might not be very happy if you shove the screen out. But in a real fire, you'd shove the screen out, climb out your window, run to your meeting spot. That's what's going to be the best thing to do. But there's things that can happen along the way. Let's say, for example, that you do open your window. You push the screen out, and then you realize, I'm on the second floor, right? Are you on the second floor of your house? If you are, you might have a different plan. You might want to talk to mom and dad about your fire safety plan. If you're on the second floor, it would be best if you have a fire ladder. It should be somewhere you can get to. I keep my boys' fire ladder underneath their bed. If there was a fire or an emergency, they had to get out of the second or third floor, this is what you do. You pull your fire ladder out, you open your window, you push the screen out. You pull the fire ladder out, which has two large hooks that hook on the window. On the outside of the house, a rope ladder goes all the way to the ground. And then you climb down the rope ladder. Can you do it? Yes. Will you be nervous? Yes, but you can do it because second graders are great climbers. So you want to make sure you have a fire ladder somewhere in your room that you can get to if the door were closed. That's the good scenario, okay? Now here's another problem. You run to the window, you didn't know how to open it. You don't know how to get out, right? So you want to make sure that you know how to open your bedroom window. A lot of kids will say, well, I break the window. Well, windows are harder to break than you think. And also, if you broke the window, you know how glass shatters into a bunch of pieces, falls on the ground, you're in your bare feet. So that's another emergency right there. So we want to know how to open our bedroom window instead of break the bedroom window, okay? So the other thing is important too. You want to make sure when you're in your room and there's a fire or an emergency and you can't get out, that you let people know you're there with your big, loud voice. So you're going to be in your bedroom. I want you to be down low on the ground if you can't get out, and you're going to say, "This is Mary. I'm in my bedroom," except really loud, because that way a firefighter or a parent knows you can't get out of your bedroom. All right? You know what happens in a lot of fires? Kids get scared, so they hide, like under the bed or in the closet, and they're quiet. Can somebody find you? No. So you want to make sure you're yelling really loud and letting someone know that where you are in the house so they can come and rescue you. Another important thing I tell second graders, if a firefighter came into your house and there's a lot of smoke or there's a fire and they're trying to find people that are in the house, you might hear this in the hallway of your bedroom with the door closed. I promise you Darth Vader is not in your hallway, but it kind of sounds like it, right? So what you want to know is that's the sound of a firefighter when they have their mask on so they can be safe in a fire. But a lot of kids that don't know that go, what is that sound? And they hide. So make sure you know all those fire safety things. Make a meeting spot, know how to open your bedroom window, be very loud and vocal while you're in your bedroom. And don't be scared. You can be brave because you have a fire safety plan. Good job. All right. So I'll see you next time, okay?